We're Brian and Emily, and this is our adventure pup Wes. A few months ago, we left our lives in Lake Tahoe and long-term careers behind to travel in our 4x4 Sprinter van. We're continuing our adventures in Alaska and find days and nights of solitude camping on the Denali Highway. Come along for this week's adventure exploring what might be the most beautiful highway in Alaska, if you can actually call it a highway. To continue following our journey, join the crew by subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you never miss an episode.
Hello everyone. This week we are excited to take you on what is considered arguably one of the most scenic highways in Alaska, the Denali Highway. About 135 miles of rough, unpaved road.
It runs from the very small towns of Paxson and Cantwell, and up until the 1970s, before the Parks Highway was completed, was the only way actually into Denali National Park. So we're excited to see this road. There's a lot of fun things and beautiful sights that are planned, but weather is not on our side. It is September 25th and this road closes on October 1st. So we're kind of racing the weather here, but the forecast doesn't look too bad. It's just really chilly.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so let's go and see what we can find on this beautiful highway.
With all the rough road ahead of us in the next couple of days, I'm going to air down. That'll help keep things from shaking around and make our ride a lot smoother. I think we found a camp for tonight. We have the most killer panoramic view right now. Cold though. All right, buddy. Even the fire pit is perfect. It looks like our buddy Nick has been here. We drove about an hour until we found this spot, and this is pretty awesome. This is a great find. There's the view back here is wide open. There is a storm there over there, so we're gonna wait to set up camp, see what that does out there, but I'm very happy with calling this home for the night. Yeah, and in that hour, I think we passed 3 cars on the highway. There's rainbows over there. Yeah. Views for miles and miles and miles.
Good morning, everybody. We had a good night's stay last night, some good sleep. It's nice and quiet here at camp. I think we're gonna stay another day just to enjoy this view, and even though it's really cold, it's not windy, it's not raining, so good place to stay. We're gonna have a campfire today, I think. Try to get some Dutch oven cooking going. So yeah, let's hope for the good weather to continue and maybe it to warm up just a little. A lot. It's cold. Just kidding. Although we do love this spot, it started to snow today, so we've decided to push on. We are against the clock as far as when they're going to close this highway. We're just going to go scout some new places out that we will share on our Patreon, and also to have for the next time we're on the Denali Highway, so we have some pre-planned places to go. Stumbled across this funky little spot on the side of the road. We saw a bald eagle that we were trying to get a photo of, and he took off that way, but someone made a weird little bench here. But there's a caribou antler right here. It looks like some kind of skull over there. Yeah, there's a lot of different dispersed spots on this section of the highway. Good evening. Tonight for dinner, we are going to make Dutch oven chicken pot pie with biscuits instead of pie crust. Our flour, it's really not a science. Frozen butter. We are grating the butter just so it mixes easier and you get a nice consistency with the flour. Then mix it into the flour, and I use gloves because this stuff is a pain to get off your fingers and hands, especially when you're camping, living in a van down by the river or a lake. Now my beautiful assistant is gonna squeeze in sour cream. I didn't think about it beforehand, and I don't want to touch things. I'm gonna mix that in. The loon agrees. We've seen some wildlife out here already. We've seen some beaver, a bunch of ducks. We think that's a loon howling across the lake. Some geese, some swan. Hoping to see some caribou come down to the water. Bald eagle. It's good luck, right? Now we are going to add the Sprite. Good. Nice. What we like about this recipe, it's limited ingredients. Really tasty. It makes a really tasty bit, and it's not sweet. It doesn't taste like Sprite. And it makes them airy. Gloves for the win.
What do you think about some leftover zucchini in here?
Sure.
How's that chicken coming?
Just about there. I'd say about 5 more minutes.
Okay.
Trying to get a hold of this fire again. There it goes. Fires in Alaska are harder.
All right, veggies are chopped. Ready to go in there when that's good. Yeah, the wind's not too bad tonight. So peaceful here. Oh yeah.
Definitely one of the best spots we have found on this trip. We've got the coals on. We'll wait about 15 minutes before we check. Let's hope for golden brown, not dark and stormy. Time for the big reveal. Did we burn the biscuits? Drum roll, please.
Oh.
Perfection. Not bad, considering it started to rain about halfway through. Good job, babe. That is so good. Another blue ribbon meal. The biscuits are perfect, cooked all the way through, didn't burn on top, and the chicken stew, whatever you want to call it, is so savory. Tastes so good.
Hey, Brian. Guess what?
Do I have my face?
Always.
I'm going in for thirds. High five.
High five.
Cleaning the Dutch oven can be a bit of a pain in the butt, but if you maintain it and season it, it is worth it. I think tonight shows that. This could have been a really sticky, icky mess at the end, and it's just wiping right out. Super easy. We could talk about that sometime too, how we season our cast iron, but that might be another time.
The next morning, we woke up in the mist and had a slow day hanging out in the van. This spot was just too beautiful to leave, and we were hoping that the weather forecast we were seeing using the Starlink would soon come to be. And it sure did.
On the menu tonight, enchilada casserole. It's really hot, but it's really, really, really good. Good job. I love red enchilada sauce, so can't go wrong there. It's really good flavor. It needs nothing else except to be eaten.
Just when we thought the evening couldn't get any better, we were treated to a beautiful display of the Aurora borealis. Morning.
Good morning. We have had such an amazing couple of nights here at this campground. The scenery has just been beautiful. We've got this lake behind us, the snow-capped mountain range. It's been very quiet. We're about 100 yards off of the Denali Highway, and you could probably count on one hand how many vehicles you hear go by in one day. So yeah, this is one of the best spots we've stayed, for sure.
And bonus, last night we saw the Aurora come out. It was crystal clear. It was reflecting on the lake. And I don't think we could have asked for a better experience.
It is getting cold, though. The lake is starting to freeze over. We're waking up to more and more frost every day. It's definitely time to start moving on.
Yeah, so today we are gonna leave this beautiful spot. We've got about 20 or 30 miles today to get to the next spot here on the Denali Highway. We've only got 2 more nights on the Denali Highway before they shut it down. So we're gonna find some other spots and see what else there is out there. But This has been such a cool experience so far.
This has been fun.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get packed up and we'll see you guys on the road. According to this sign, people were hunting here 12,000 years ago. That is insane. All right, well, let's go for a little hike. About 3 miles to Landmark Lake. Might not make it the whole way. So we almost made it a mile and then got to this spot.
They're getting deeper, and I think we're gonna hit more low ground coming up. I just think it's gonna turn into more of a detour route, and I don't really feel like bushwhacking.
I think we're gonna end our little hike here.
Wes does stay on the trail.
We didn't see any caribou. This is supposed to be a great caribou migration route, but we did see some from the road right before we got here. Maybe we'll see some on the way back. But nice little trail. If you're out here, definitely recommend Landmark Gap Lake.
We got our steps in.
Yeah. All right, let's find camp.
Baby, you got it. Baby, you got it. And if there's anything that makes you feel so good, you wanna come back for more. Baby, you got it. Baby, you got it. You got the kind of kisses that turn me on.
Looks like there's 2 of them. We saw more.
Look at it. There's blueberries too.
A little past their prime.
That is definitely a cat print. There's no claws, so I'm guessing lynx. Gonna find us a lynx?
Let's go find a kitty cat. We have stopped at a place called Tangle Lakes Lodge. It's a little cafe slash souvenir shop. We got some good info. They don't actually close the Denali Highway, they just don't maintain it. So if you're not paying attention to weather and it snows, you could be stuck out here until the roads are clear or you can make it out. And that's after October 1st.
Right, we ended up at a really cool campground called Tangle Lakes. I think there's about 40 some odd sites here, give or take, and we had the pick of the litter. We are the only ones here.
It's an actual campground. It's closed, technically closed for the season, but you can camp here. So no fee, but no amenities really. I guess there's pit toilet. Yeah, it's closed for the season, but you are allowed to be here, and it's another free campground for us.
Yeah, we're going on day 9 of free camping, which is pretty good for our budget considering that we've got some van repairs that are going to be coming up for old Gertie back there once we get to Fairbanks.
Minimal at this point. She's running good. Everything's been great. We have the one little fix we have to get done, and has nothing to do with the engine. It's just a component. So we're gonna get the fire going early tonight because the colder it gets, the harder these fires are to keep going. We've been burning through wood just trying to keep them going, and we're trying to cook over the fire as much as possible. So getting this one going early, and I think we're gonna be good. This one has been pretty easy.
Yeah, and it's clear. Maybe we'll get another Aurora tonight. We'll see.
Tonight we got Sloppy Joes, and they're extra sloppy. Make yourself some extra sloppy Joes.
No, you don't have yet.
We are making our way to what will be our last campground along the Denali Highway. We're doing this opposite of what most people do. We started at what I believe was mile marker 135, and we're going to end at mile marker 0, so going west to east. We actually just hit pavement. I'd say about the first quarter of this highway was rough dirt road, and about 3/4 of it has been chip sealed, very minimally maintained, a lot of potholes. We aired down our tires and also adjusted the suspension to be extra squishy, and also went about 10 to 20 miles under the speed limit. And this has not been the worst road or highway in Alaska that we've driven by any means, but being able to air down and adjust our suspension definitely helped. If you find yourself on this highway, just watch out for the potholes, take it slow, and I believe that a lot of rental car companies, vans, you're not allowed to drive this highway, so if you come up here and you rent a vehicle, make sure you know where you can go and where you can't. The last quarter of this highway has actually been paved. It's not the greatest either. The tundra, the permafrost or whatever, definitely takes its toll on this road, but the last 20 miles or so, it looks paved and it's really not that bad. Anyway, we're gonna get to camp and hopefully enjoy one more night on the Denali Highway and hopefully see the Auroras again tonight. Fingers crossed.
Well, we reached the end of the Denali Highway.
Kind of snuck up on us, actually.
Yeah, we were planning on camping one more night, like we said, but between our last campground and here, the spot that we had didn't really pan out, and then here we are at the junction.
Camping along the Denali Highway has definitely been a highlight of this trip. It's so out there, it's wild, scenic, it's quiet. There's really not a lot. I think we saw 3 or 4 lodges along the way. One of them was open. I'm not sure about the other ones. They look pretty closed for the season. But I think we're gonna start making our way towards civilization. We're getting low on water too. We've never pushed our water tank like we have this week.
A full week.
Yeah, which is good to know that we can go 7 days on 1 tank of water. But yeah, we're not sure if we're gonna be able to wash dishes tonight or have coffee in the morning or tea.
Yeah.
So it might be time to just move on.
Yeah, and it's also really exposed along the highway, which is awesome because you're up on the tundra, you have views for days, there's all these lakes everywhere, but also with it being a little bit on the colder side, it's pretty exposed. So let's find somewhere to camp maybe below the tree line tonight, and we really thank you guys for coming along for this adventure with us. We hope you enjoyed it.
Give it a thumbs up.
We'll see you guys on the next adventure out there.
Bye.